What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? How you doing tonight?
Hello, my darlings.
Everybody,
Oh, we got a little fuzz from you, Monster. Talk to
what
us
the
again.
fuck? Why does that keep happening? I just did a bandwidth test. I have like retarded bandwidth. Like this is unreal.
Retarded. Well, your son's on a kill streak. We know how that all goes.
No. He has his own internet now. I made sure of it. He cannot affect my internet anymore.
All right. Well, you
God
sound
damn.
good now. You sound good now. Cheers. Happy
All
Friday,
right.
everybody. Happy Friday. What is going on? How y'all doing? How you feeling?
Great.
I'm feeling great, man.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
How about everyone in the chat? All the live audience we got tonight. What's up, guys? What's
Nice,
going
we've
on?
got some
Welcome.
people in there.
Welcome. I am I'm sipping on a little West Coast IPA.
Ooh.
Cheers. In this nice heady glass my wife got me for Christmas. It's like this iridescent color, really cool.
Mhm.
That is pretty fucking sick. I'm sipping on some Johnny Walker Green Label. Cheers.
Cheers.
I've got my water.
What? You sounded like
Is it-
you're from Massachusetts. Water.
Is it
Water.
moon water?
No, this stuff isn't. I do
No.
drink moon water though.
Yeah.
But this isn't.
Does it do you find it like does anything for you?
Sure. I mean, even if it's just me doing it for me, just because I like it.
Gotcha.
I like the idea of it, even if it doesn't actually do anything for me. It's more water in me.
Nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. I mean,
Yep.
that's
I'm always
the
as
end goal.
thirsty as my plants.
Well, save water, drink beer.
I've seen that on a bumper sticker.
There was
I'm
thing
sure
that I
it's
liked. It
gotta
was
be.
like
Gotta be.
in beer there is in wine there is truth, in beer there is wisdom, in water there is bacteria.
It's true. I mean, that's like the whole history of brewing has a lot to do with dirty water systems in cities all throughout history, and people getting dysentery and people getting cholera, and the alcohol is actually an antibacterial agent, so it works. That's why like
antiseptic.
Yeah, antiseptic, and like even a 2% like really low ABV beer is gonna be enough to kill any microbes in there, and still gonna be just low enough to you'd be fine serving that to an 8-year-old at dinner, or even breakfast for that matter. Like in Victorian England, they drank that shit all day. So
Yeah, like England and shandies. They give their kids alcohol all the time.
Exactly. So someone was we were posting like memes in the Discord the other day about like some Chuck Norris water. Did you see that?
Oh, dude, I saw that. Like that is unreal. I mean,
It's like I don't know if he just like blesses it, or it just like he puts his name on the container or something, but it's Chuck Norris water, man. I mean, how can that not help your plants just become extra badass?
Somebody has to do a grow with that.
I know.
Yeah, that's what somebody suggested. Like just only water, only Chuck Norris water, no nukes. Let's see what happens.
No water, Chuck Norris water only grow. That might be a podcast title. Just saying. So
Shout out
yeah,
to Chuck Norris.
Yeah, shout out to man Walker. Good show. So I got a little cone tonight.
Oh,
just a little cone. It's a teeny little one. It's a little baby cone. He's only like half a gram, and I packed it up with some of the pure Michigan that Monster left here. So
nice. Enjoy,
I
brother.
shall light her up. Yeah. I'm gonna get those meat terps, man. Gotta get those meat terps.
Perfect. I am smoking on some Slurcunt.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the. So you gotta tell us about it.
Tell us about it.
So
we all got this coming, babies.
I got 3 different phenos from Mass Nuggets. He gave me 3 different phenos. He wanted my smoke report on each one. I'll post a picture in the Discord or whatever later for you guys to see. But basically, It was one kind of big nug, one medium nug, and one smaller nug. And when I looked at all three of them, the medium one was the one that caught my eye. It had like a nice kind of like purplish hint to it. Kind of reminded me of the slurricane. And when I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, that's going to be the one, right? So I smoked them all three. I smoked all three of them. And then the one I ended up liking the most was the one that I actually thought that I would like the least, just on looks alone. So you can't judge a book by its cover. The bigger nug, I think I showed you a picture in Discord. I don't remember if I posted it or not. But anyway, the bigger nug was the one that I thought that I wouldn't like because it just looked kind of plain and ordinary. But it reminded me a lot of the Slurricane, which I love a lot. I really do. I like it a lot. They were all special in their own right, but this one here just special to me. It's really tasty.
What
It's
kind of
also
terps?
it's hard to describe. I've always had a hard time describing the Slurricane. It's
I
kind of
mean,
like
is it
you.
maybe a
It's like
little
kind of
maybe a little
meat.
meaty, maybe a little
Mm,
like I mean, like I don't want to say it like
Let me take a rip and see what comes to mind.
Do you guys know what I'm hinting at here? Just based on the name of the strain?
Yes, you sick
Yeah, it
fucking prick.
might have a little bit of a fishy kind of vibe, or
No.
just depends. Just depends. Well, I think that's like one of the
Come on,
funniest
let's hear
strain
it.
names.
Slurricans.
Slurricunts.
It's Slurricane crossed with Space Runts. Hence the name. It's a bit offensive to some people, but I think
Gotta
that's
get
what
some
makes
of our Australian listeners to say the strain name, like, you slurricunt. Slurricunts, mate. Slurricunts.
Yeah, that would be fucking wild. But shout out to Mass Nuggets 2. It was Mass Nuggets 1. His page got deleted a while back. He's now Mass Nuggets 2. Shout out to Mass Nuggets for hooking us up with those beans. I really appreciate it. And I think everybody's going to love him. He's been testing it
too.
for a while now. It's really stable. You will get 2 to 3 different phenos, but it's very stable as far as, it's not going to fucking herm out on you in week 6 like a lot of other shit.
God.
Yeah, that's great, man. I mean, really, one of the benefits of joining us on Patreon for sure, guys.
Yeah.
It's cheap. It's cheap, and you're gonna like this is a early investor phase right now. I mean, we're building this thing out as we go, so there's going to be a lot more perks coming. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, just keep your eye out. And again, we appreciate all the support we get. That's why we want to give back to you guys.
Yeah, it's really kind of sometimes it's overwhelming when I sit back and I think about, the people that are in our community. It really, I mean,
Seriously.
not
The
like
team you've
sounding
got
corny.
backing us up. Oh my God.
It hits me here, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
Everybody's
We love
awesome.
you. You're
really,
amazing.
really, it's no, it's we're just having like a group hug here. Come on, you guys, come on, right here, right here. So yeah, talk about the terps a little bit before we move
So
on.
I would say gassy is probably the most dominant terp in this. The Slurricane really shines through here. But I do get a bit of like I don't know, I probably would have never used this until I heard Rasta Jeff say it. Almost like a rotten tennis ball, like funky tennis ball kind of smell. It's hard to describe. I'm really not the best at describing terps, so um, I don't know. Let's see. We're probably about 10 weeks away or so from somebody showing us what they do with it.
True.
I'm real interested to see what you guys do. Yeah, and there's more stuff coming down the line too. So we really appreciate
I
all your support. It was the least we could do is get those beans out to you guys.
For sure, for sure. I even heard a couple people talking about after they had listened to our last show, talking about the reg autos that they were even thinking about breeding an auto from the Slurricunts. So
Yeah, I forget who
be
mentioned that,
fucking
but
cool.
that
Yeah,
would be that would be fucking hella cool, man. Shit, I'd love to
pretty
see
fucking
somebody.
cool.
So I see somebody do something like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Mass Nuggets would encourage it. I mean, any good breeder, or any breeder that is confident in their work will let people breed with their shit. Just credit the source. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't like gatekeeping.
No,
Information
we
for
don't.
all. Knowledge
Once
is for all.
once you have the seeds in your hands, whether they're gifted to you, you bought them, you do what you want with them.
Now, do you feel the same way about a cut?
Well, here's the thing. All right. Speaking of the Slurricane, right? When I was gifted that cut to start with, I mean, I made an oath that I wouldn't go around and sell it. I could have. I mean, at the time, Slurricane was all the rage. I could have probably sold cuts for $300 or $400 and fucking made a killing.
Yeah.
But I did. But I didn't. So like it's it all depends on your intent. Like, what are you gonna do with it? You know, um, it's not
I agree.
it's not a black and white thing. It's just not a black and white thing.
Well,
Hard
all right. I
hard to say
mean,
one way.
let's say like I feel like a cut is probably a lot more personal to someone who like hunted through however many seeds they had to go through to find a particular cut of a strain, you know? And, you know, people do sell cuts. People sell cuts, and sometimes they can go for outrageous costs. I mean, depends who you're getting them from. I've seen them $500, $1,000 or more.
All day long.
Yeah, and it's so at that point, I guess, you know, you spend that money on the cut. Are you then free to clone it and start selling cuts of the cut?
Yeah, I don't
I
see
just,
why.
you know,
If you
I don't know
wanna
what
do
the etiquette
something.
is.
I don't see why not. If you paid for the cut, yeah. If your buddy gifted it to you and said, "Hey, dude, you know, just kind of keep it within, like, with in between us, maybe like share with a buddy or two." Like, yeah, like don't go around. Like, if your buddy went through the time to hunt that cut, and then you're gonna like get rich off his back. I'm not saying get rich, but like make money off his back. Um, if you have his blessing and you're gonna hook him up with a little bit of the cost, I mean, with some of the funds you get from it, right? I mean, it's just kind of like, don't be a dickhead. Like, I mean, there's just common etiquette with anything you do in life. Just like ask
Don't be
yourself,
good.
is this a
I
dickhead
mean,
move?
really,
Is,
it's just like say please and thank you and like ask before you do something and all the shit you really learned in like kindergarten
chances are, if
takes
you
you
have
real
to
far
ask
in life.
yourself, is this gonna piss my buddy off? Then it probably is. It's just not cool. Now, if you buy it from like one of those places that sells clones, like Clonify or fucking what, I don't know, you might not even have the name right. Whatever, then go to fucking town. You bought that cut, you paid for it with your cash. Do whatever the fuck you want with it. Buy it, sell it,
Especially if you're
whatever.
spending $500 to $1,000 on a
Yeah,
bit
you're
of
damn straight.
plant.
If I buy a cut
Yeah.
for that kind of money, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want with it. I'll piss on it and tag the fucking breeder if I want. I mean, anything it's my cut at that point, you know?
I mean,
Uh,
I hear what you're saying. Like $500 is a lot of money, but yeah, I mean, it's just like someone did a lot of work to find that gem. I don't know. It just feels
They're
like
getting compensated by
yeah,
selling
yeah,
it.
yeah. I suppose
So
it all just has to do with like what deal you struck when you got the cut. If it was
Sure.
really just, no strings attached, like here, $500, it's yours, boom. Then yeah, sell cuts of the cut, do whatever the fuck you want. But, you get it. Sometimes people don't sell their cuts, man. Sometimes they keep that shit really close to the chest because,
of course, of course.
it's like hard work, and that's really in the photo period game, at least from what I can tell, like that's what separates the top tier from everyone else is like they have the hunted cuts, man, of the best strains. You don't
Yeah.
just buy a pack and expect it to grow
I
a
do
winner.
think that there's a little bit of an overrated fucking like I don't know, elitism with people that like, oh, I hunted this cut. Like, if you plant a pack of seeds, like realistically, how many different phenos are you gonna get? Like, it's I think it's awesome and it's definitely work, but I think that we put too much stake and too much like, oh, like this is the cut. Like, dude, you're a god. I can't believe you found this. You
Like
popped a bag of seeds and you sold it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really not that hard,
I
guys.
know.
You know,
Like
I
maybe you
have
popped
fucking
5 bags of seeds. I don't know how many,
I,
but
I got a stable full of cuts that I fucking keep in my rotation, and it's like it wasn't that hard, you know. Like I don't know.
Ooh, you fancy.
Oh, you like this? This is a cheap glass with, with some booze that was gifted to me that I would never purchase myself.
Oh, hell yeah.
well, that's the cuts thing is a little bit of a strange game. Like I haven't gotten into it yet. Um, yeah, I mean, to be honest, growing cuts would scare me. Just as someone who's always grown from seed, I would worry a lot about bringing viruses or some kind of
Yeah,
pest in. Even if you do
these days,
quarantines, you've there's no way you're gonna catch everything, man. That's all I'm saying.
I generally don't take cuts from people. Um, very rarely. You know, I really have to trust them wholeheartedly. And I
Well,
still do once in a while, but I prefer to just pop the beans. I love popping beans and finding shit myself.
yeah,
That's kind it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to me. Like it's like part of the it's part of the game. Like I love what I do. You know, I wake up every day with a fucking smile on my face. You know, and when like shit, dude, I got a shitload of beans. Like some more Biff shit right here that I'm getting ready to pop. So, uh, yeah, man,
Nice.
popping
What
beans is
is it?
fun.
Mhm.
Secret, you'll see.
Oh,
I'll be
okay,
posting. I'll be
okay.
posting about it. Yeah. So
All right. That's
yeah,
cool, man. That's cool.
I got your rock auto beans you gave me.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you are gonna love Rockbud. I think they're
Oh,
gonna perform for you outside really well and finish up
that's gonna
well
be
within,
that's gonna be interesting
fall
because I
coming.
said we're gonna be able to compare the two. I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
so. I don't. I'm gonna try to do two to the right of me here. I'll be revealing this grow space soon. I partitioned off my office, and we're gonna. I got like a I don't know about a 5 by 10 area there. So I'm gonna put two or maybe three. I haven't decided of those beans into the indoor space. Rock them out under an HLG 480, and then we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. I might
Oh
add
yeah.
some more lighting. Yeah, this is gonna be like a real budget grow here. Not gonna like go crazy. There's not gonna be like a lot of automation. I mean, just fan. I don't even think I'm gonna put a dehumidifier in there. We're gonna just see how it goes.
Oh,
Ooh.
with the autos?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That I'm telling you, all you need is a fan, couple fans in a room and a light hanging from your ceiling. That's it.
Yep. I
That's
got
it.
plenty of extra lights. I don't have a lot of extra dehumidifiers and shit. So we're gonna see if I can get away without. I got my shitty portable air conditioner. I fucking hate those things. They work. I have a love-hate relationship with them because they're so inefficient. It's like unreal how inefficient they are.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just
I
they
hear you.
they aggravate the shit out of me. But I own a couple of them and use them. Sometimes you just have no choice. You know,
I know.
that's what
I know.
they're there for. Yeah. What do you got going on, G3?
I just came back from the woods
That's right.
and I look
Tell us about.
glowy and magical. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you
great.
look
It was super
magical.
fun. I was like 10 feet from a black bear. Yeah,
Ooh.
it was cool.
Holy
He's
shit.
The brown
not
ones are the ones you got
concerned
to watch out
with
for.
me at all.
The bright.
The black ones
That's
are
what.
little and adorable, but
Yeah, that's
I
what
think they'd
a
fuck
couple
me
of
up if they
people that
wanted to.
know much better than me have told me. You know, you don't want to fuck with bears in general, but it's the brown ones that you really got to watch out for.
Hmm.
They're more aggressive. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, the park rangers like aren't that concerned about the black bears. They're just like, there are black bears in the area. Don't leave food outside. And that's about it. That's as much warning as you get. So it was fine. It was fun. I'm in the woods. It was great. So now back to the garden. I actually like um because I don't have my autopot system set up yet, I don't have any automation running. So my plants were on their own for 4 days. They're mad at me.
you know what I
Mm.
seen my buddy do?
I
I'm
am,
glad you mentioned that. You guys want a pretty cool trick? This worked for him,
yeah.
and I was surprised. Yeah, he took a 2-liter bottle of water and just tipped it upside down in the soil, and it slowly dripped out, like it like drip fed the plant.
I was
It
wondering,
just
I,
you know those little
I've
like
seen that.
I saw them in like airplane magazines or whatever, the bulb
those little
things that you put
globes,
in your
yeah.
house plants. Yeah, that's the same
Hmm.
type of
Yeah.
thing, huh?
Yeah, but he just took a 2 liter
Oh.
bottle, no modifications, nothing. Just
But
tipped
wouldn't
it
it
Yeah.
just
upside
keep
down
your
and
soil soaked the entire
no,
time?
because I went over and I looked at it. You see the bottles are just sitting at like a level, and they slowly drip out. It's fucking unreal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hmm.
Maybe
Huh.
it's like the,
I'm gonna have to
I don't know
well,
what
next
the
summer
technical
autopot
term
stuff.
is, but it's
Well,
the pressure in the soil.
the
You know,
soil gets up and kind of plugs it up. You
pressure.
know what I mean? Yeah, like it's fucking whatever. It works. And yeah,
Hmm.
It's
so
almost like a siphon effect. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like once it
yeah,
I might
starts
have to give
going,
that
it
a try just
kind of
because it's
like,
cool.
thank you.
yeah, yeah,
That is pretty
yeah.
cool.
Huh.
That is pretty cool.
If you ever need to set something up to like go away for a couple days, I could actually walk you through something really easy with like a $20
Well, I
pump
have
and
this
some
autopot
tubing.
system ready to go.
Get it
Like
set
it's
up.
here. I have to get it set
Oh,
up, but it came
Yeah.
after I started the mangoes. And so I'm waiting for this last mango to finish. And
Ah,
then the
Yeah,
autopot
yeah.
system goes in. And then I'm golden.
hell yeah.
So,
So which one
and
did you
it's gonna be
get?
way easier.
Which
I got
which system did you go for?
I got the 5-gallon fabric pots.
Nice. That's what I rock.
Um,
You'll love it.
Cool.
yeah. So I love
Um,
fabric with my plants anyway. And
is it the so it's the XL system. If
Yep.
when you use the
yeah.
5-gallon fabric pots, it's the
Mm-hmm.
XL. How big
Yes.
is the res and how many pots you gonna run?
I'm gonna run 4. And I
You
think the
sounded
resin is
unsure about that.
no, I am running 4.
Okay.
I don't like would never do more than 4. I could do
And what
less than
size 10?
4 in a 4x4. I like my
Auto
ladies to have
Yeah,
lots of room,
perfect.
so I
autos?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah. Well,
I never do more than 2 in my 3x3. I never do more than 4 in my 4x4. And I
when I
prefer
do
to do less in
autos,
my 4x4.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I have a bad
No, no,
habit
no.
of interrupting people. When I do autos, I'm cautious about the space I have because they get big, way bigger than people think, and it's uncontrollable. I'm even guilty of it myself. Like I've set grows up for people and I've advised them how many plants to put in, and sometimes I'm a little overzealous and they run out of space quickly. So
Yep.
yeah.
Like these
I think
mango smiles, we got some supermodel phenos out there, and we got some
man,
6-foot tall plants.
yeah, that's a great strain. I've said it
I've
before,
seen
I'll
a
say it
couple.
again. I've I I'd go on a limb to say it's actually one of the most unique cannabis strains I've ever smoked. Autoflower or photo period. The terps that I've got from that was just I've never come across anything that it literally tastes like funky mangoes. It smells like
It
funky
smells
mangoes.
like
It's
mangoes.
it's super
Yeah.
greasy. And
Mhm.
it's a the ones I grew were fucking monsters. Like some of the biggest plants I've ever
Yeah.
grown.
I
And
They
had 2 very different from each other, but they both turned out beautiful, so I'm really psyched to see how they compare.
they
I only
probably both
grew
smelled like mangoes too, right?
They do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
'Cause there's a
just
couple
and it
different
you
phenos,
brush
but
up
they
against
all
it and it smacks you in the face. Awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
that's an awesome smoke. It really is.
Mhm.
I'd actually kill to have some of that right now.
Oh, the first one
Well,
I
I have
grew,
some
um,
Sweet.
send it
it
to
was like a year
I'm
ago.
down.
Was a really good presser. Like it pressed and yielded a shitload of rosin.
Mhm.
Dude,
It's great.
all meth strains are great pressers. They really are. Like double grape? Are you
Double
fucking
grapes
kidding
are
me?
I've heard that
insane
that one
presser.
is
Yeah,
insane.
That
Yeah.
shit is made to press.
it
Like it
is,
was
and
it it's greasy.
it's like
Mhm.
it comes out like very good quality as well. Some of them, sometimes I don't know if it's just the way I press and the machine I have. It doesn't. Some of them just like kind of they're cloudy. They're a little bit more runny than I'd like. You know what I mean? The double grape was like um, it had that whipped kind of effect to it. You know,
Mhm.
it looked great. Looked great. Like really light
And
color.
do you remember what size bag you used when you pressed it?
I just did in like eighth little baggies in
No,
like the
I mean
bottle
like
tech style.
the micron.
Oh, I did 90.
90. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
and
always a good
it's
start. I see a lot of people do 160. You're gonna get a lot of contaminants in your rosin that way. Um, I don't press a lot of flour really. I'm more of a like keef bubble hash type of. I don't press much anymore anyway. Like you should go back to my Instagram. I think the last post I made about rosin was probably like 2 years ago. I never have the fucking time. I want to do it. It's awesome, but I'm not a big dab guy either. So like when I make rosin, 99% of it just gets like mixed into bowls and smoked in the bong. I'm just, I smoke a lot of weed, but dabs just put me on a whole new level. And if I do too many of them, they turn me into a zombie. Like it's just the way it is.
sometimes
Like
that's what you want. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
that's like an
Yeah.
effect you're going for, and you want it like right away. So dabs are great.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have any adulting to do.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
oh yeah.
Like this
Have a,
Sunday, I have plans on doing nothing. I think it would be a good time to take some dabs.
yeah. I mean, um, so the machine I have is the Nug Smasher Mini, and it's like a good entry level rosin press. I have no qualms with it really, but it's like just you don't get too much at a time. You know, you can only do. They say you can do up to like 7 grams at a time with it, but you don't want to go anywhere near the limit. You know what I
What
mean?
size are
Like
the plates? Like 2x4?
yeah, I think they're 2x4. They're not 3x5s. It's like it's a very mini machine. I don't know if Mad Hatter out there can bring up a picture of her on the other side there, but it's pretty cool, man. Like it's not a hydraulic thing, and it doesn't have like a hand press to it. It's just all it's all
Now,
electronic.
what do those go for?
It was like I got it on 420 sale for like $500 with the whole setup. Like it came with kind of like the bunderer, right? Came with the bunderer, and I
Fell
went
for it,
for it.
didn't ya?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nug
Dab
Nug
Smasher
Smasher.
Mini,
I always
and
heard that the dab presses are like best bang for your buck, but
So
I
the
have no
route I
I
experience.
looked
took
at
That's
those
just
two.
what I'm reading.
I looked
when
at
I
those
looked
two.
into it,
Yeah.
the prices of the presses just kind
Yeah,
of
that's it.
seem excessive to me. And after talking to actually Bucky, shout out to Bucky and shout out to Jad over at Biff, they took the route of just kind of like building your own, and I'm like, that's my style. Tell me more.
Mhm.
So basically, it was real easy. I just bought a 10-ton shot press from Northern Tool. It was like $350 shipped to my door. And then I bought 3x6 caged plates. The caged part is important, and I'll explain in a minute why. The cage plates from Dually Tech, and they were like $300 or 350. So I think all in, I was under $700, and I have a 10-ton fucking press that's like badass that can do almost anything.
Yeah, see,
And
that's the way to go for
but
sure.
it's
But
not. There's like all you have to do is assemble the press, which they give you the directions to do, and then you put the plates on top that are already assembled. Like a monkey I could train a monkey to put these together. I'm
Mhm.
fucking serious. So the I see when people build these homemade presses, one big flaw that I see is they don't go with a caged plate set, and why that's important when you set them up like on a standard shop press, you have the top plate and you have the bottom plate, right? And when you bring it down, if you're not completely lined up, you're not going to get an even press. And that's kind of hard to like get it like exactly lined up. The beautiful part about the cage plate set is they're like surrounded by rods that are on springs. So the top plate and the bottom plate are always aligned no matter what you do. And you get a much even uh, press, much,
nice.
more
Mhm.
consistent press that way. And last when I looked into it, the 3x6 caged plate set at Dually Tech was like 300 or 350, and the press is like 300 or 350. Everything's probably gone up thanks to fucking the Rona. Um, so, but I mean, all in, you're let's say even $800, or you can buy, the compact Nug Smasher for
Yeah,
600.
yeah, exactly.
I think
I mean,
that's
I
worth
think
the
they
set.
both serve their purpose. If I had all the dough in the world, I would actually own one of those Nug Smasher minis and fucking keep it in my car because it's fucking badass.
Ah, clever.
You'd be pressing rosin in your car. It's
No,
kind
but
of
like just
weird,
have it
man.
with me. Be like, all right, dude,
Hey,
what are you
you
guys
need
doing?
it?
Yeah,
You need some rosin?
yeah,
I
just
got
fucking
it
bring,
right here.
dude.
Let's go.
Dude, that flower looks sick. Let me go grab my press.
I want to go
Oh
Fucking.
press
yeah.
it.
All right. I got you. I mean,
Yeah,
why
fuck.
not, man?
People are pissed about the night bot. It was an
I
error.
know,
We're trying to
no.
set things up.
Listen. I'm
Thanks,
gonna
guys.
blame
It's
Mad
learning
Hatter. Not
curves.
gonna lie. No, I'm kidding. It was my fault. I set it up and I fucked it all up, guys. I'm sorry. So that's the story. Excuse me. But it was just ignore him. He's nobody anyway.
I think
He
you could
doesn't even
probably.
grow.
Yeah, he doesn't grow. He doesn't grow. That was fucking
He
sick.
What are
doesn't
you
even
doing here,
grow,
Nightbot?
man.
Jeez.
Nightbot don't even grow. Do you even grow, bro? Do you even grow? No. So yeah, what you gonna do next in your autopots, G3? Like, what strains do you have planned, or have you picked them out yet?
Well, I have to run this. I get to is a better way of putting it. I get to run this Mephisto wedding cake, so I'm gonna do 3 more autos. I don't know if I should do another wedding cake, and then I've got this whole kit and caboodle to look through. So I was thinking of maybe doing a Walter White. I
That'd be
kind of
great.
want to do a
That's
Night Owl Sage Scout.
never tried
Oh
that.
man,
Um,
that'd be my vote, hands down. Not gonna lie.
Have you tried Walter
yeah,
White?
I haven't.
That shit's special.
Yeah,
They
so
call it
maybe
Walter
that'll be
White
the
for a
other
reason.
one.
It comes out like it's very, I don't know, it's kind of cammy in my opinion. It's got a very like it looks white, like it's covered in frost. It's
Ooh,
a
yeah, I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I like me some Walter White.
So I
Yeah,
have
like I
this.
haven't seen a lot of them around either, so I'm kind of interested. I think that it was like really big for it, and then it left, and then it came back for a short period. Now it's gone again.
Yeah, Walter White's like one of their originals.
Yeah, that's an
One of
OG.
their like original
It was a
autos.
freebie back in the day.
Yeah,
Like
I
Really?
heard.
you,
That's cool.
yeah, yeah,
They
They
yeah.
then
find
went
some
on.
crazy things in those freebies, like some big chase ones.
For
They're
all you
great.
don't know, I was rocking meth back in like 2015 when
Oh,
fucking
gee.
OG. So
They've
everybody
bred
says, "Shoot." They say I don't know nothing about autos. I
they've
get
bred
that a lot.
Fugue State from Walter White. They've
I'm not sure.
bred
Mm-hmm.
White Chem from Walter White. Couple other obscure crosses, but yeah, no, a Fugue State is a great one, and that's actually
Mm-hmm.
coming back around this Monday. I took a peek at the
Is
Mephisto
it?
Monday.
Oh, I haven't checked that email yet.
Yeah, Fugue State is on the menu, and that is one that I highly recommend.
Yep, I'm gonna have to get that.
Everyone checks out. Mine
Not
tasted like
gonna lie.
strawberry Belgian waffles.
Ooh, yes, please.
More Belgian waffles than strawberry, but like Belgian waffles with a topping on it, definitely fruit
Mm.
topping. It was great. It was great, and it was like a super sativa. Fugue state is like it's some like psychological term for kind of like walking around in a stupor. So you're very like active and you're very like alert, but then you'll go outside after having smoked a little too much of it, and you'll be like, "Holy fuck, I'm way too high for this right now." Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those creepers, which you don't find too many of anymore.
Yeah, those are fun. I like them.
Creepers are cool, man.
Yeah.
So
Pull out the bank and check out and see what I have. So maybe
yeah,
you guys can help
Fugue
me.
State's worth getting. Now, man, what else was coming out this Monday?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all do with that the wedding cake one. Like I know we shit
Yeah.
on it a little bit, but I mean,
Colors.
not gonna. I mean,
No
who
one
doesn't like
shit.
some good wedding cake? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
on the menu this Monday, Sour Stomper. That's the one. Sour Stomper. I was talking to
Ding,
That's
someone
like one
about
of the
that.
dang.
classics.
Yeah,
So
grown
good.
that a bunch. I love that one. That's a good one.
It is definitely one of the top Mephisto strains. I mean, There's no way around it. Fantastic. It tastes great, looks
Got a
great,
lot of cookies lineage in it.
grows like a champ. Does it?
Yeah.
No, that's
It's
Forum
no, I don't
Oh,
think
Stomper.
so,
Forum
man.
Stomper, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
sorry.
forum. This one's just
Don't mind
Grape
me.
Stomper
It's old man.
OG
Too many
times
ball
cross
games
with
tonight.
sour crack. Grape Stomper OG from Gauge Green cross with sour crack. And, turned into an auto. So it's like a Grape Stomper OG autoflower. That's basically what you got in your sour
I feel like
Stomper.
that's really. I feel like the Forum Stomper and the Sour Stomper are really like Mephisto's. Two of Mephisto's like flagship strains. Like they
Oh,
perform brilliantly every single time. They're relatively easy to get most of the time. Like they're just awesome.
yeah. And they're just the most agreeable like smokes, and like they taste really good. They're not like fruity. They just smell like dank weed. I don't know how else to just describe it. It
You
is
know
like
what's on?
little
I'm sorry.
sour. No, it's
I'm
me
like
me
Scott.
stuttering, man. I stutter. That's
No,
why you're
I'm like.
cutting me
I think
off.
I feel like Scotty right now from Dude Gross. Shout out to Dude Gross. Um, but anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Three Bears OG. Have you guys grown that one? That's another classic that I really love. Like that one
I've heard
there.
really great things, but I haven't grown it.
It's not the biggest yielder, okay, but it's fucking some special smoke, man. It really is. It's another great Mephisto strain
That
that I
was
haven't seen.
that was the strain that made me like kind of fall in love with Mephisto. My
Ah,
my first run was I popped a bunch of Dutch Passions. I got those first. I was able to source some seeds from like North Atlantic Seed Company. Got them in, popped them, and then it was after having heard about Mephisto and learning what they're all about. I was like, all right, I really got to try to get some. And it wasn't for another couple weeks that I was able to get my hands on them. And it came in. I think it was so I like because I already had like a couple plants in 5-gallon pots. I didn't want to like start another and put it in a 5-gallon pot. So I threw two Mephisto. They gave them to me as freebies, right? And it was Three Bears crossed with like sour bubbly, I think. So it was like a
that's
Three
another
Bears
good one.
crossed.
I'm so glad you mentioned
Wow,
Sour Bubbly. Sour Bubbly
that's
is fucking
old.
amazing too. Yeah.
That hasn't been
Keep,
around in a while.
I'm sorry. Keep
Dude.
going. You're bringing
Oh,
back memories, man.
yeah, dude. So like this one, and I threw these two in 1-gallon pots just to like, I was like, I've heard great things about this breeder. I'll get like a sense of. I had some Dutch Passion, I had some Seedsman, and I had some Mephistos growing. So I was like, gonna see really, get gold, silver, and bronze at the end of it. Which breeder do I like the best? And it was fucking like so obvious, man. Like from probably day 50 from seed when I popped these plants. I mean, they grew really, really tall in these little 1-gallon pots. That's kind of a thing that happens with autos. I don't know if it's kind of a side story, but so anyway, they smelled like fucking watermelon candy, dude, and they were as like frosty as could be, like glistening in my tent under the lights there, and they were just so much better, man. Smelled, looks, tasted, smoked way better than anything else I grew that round. So I was just like, all right, I'm sold. I'm gonna grow all Mephistos the next round, and that's when I did Sour Stomper and Creme de la Creme and Fugue State, and Skywalker, and then it all spiraled out of control from there. I've grown most of them at this point. Like, gotta collect them all.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them
What
all.
What's going
Pokemon.
next in your autopot, Captain?
Good
Yeah.
question. Good question. So I just the other day prepped my fabric pots with the new air base that they sent out to me to try. Really cool, so I don't have to use perlite in the bottom of the pot anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm going to put the photo periods in there. I got 4. They're ready to get out of a 1-gallon container right now, like a week ago. The girls need new shoes. So
I've been there.
I'm just going to take off 2 of the pots, because I only have 4 this round. And even though, like, G3 was saying she is going to put 4 in auto pots in a 4x4, I'm only putting 4 in autopots in a 5x5 because, like, they get fucking huge. They do. They really do. You'll see, G3. You'll see. Like, you'll be like, all right, maybe I can only do 2 in my 4x4 if I'm going to use autopots.
I really
should only do 2.
It depends, it depends what your strains are. I think rolling with Mephistos, knowing what I know about, they're quick to flower. You're not going to, like, it doesn't matter what pot you put them in. You're going to see pistils no later than, like, day 18.
Yeah. And Mephistos always take well to training, too. I'm not afraid to bend a bitch over, so.
I love that coming from out of your mouth. You need to get that in the clip. That's gonna be like the best fucking tentacle clip. I just love to bend a bitch over. But anyway, I digress.
That'll be our our promo for the week. This will be the clip I post and put to Instagram. So, hi IG, what's up, guys?
All the plants from Mephisto that I've grown have been really big, except for one, and that was the white crack. It was really squat and like, just like squat, like big, fucking thick coal. It didn't get much taller than, I don't know, a couple of 3 feet maybe. It was just, it just stayed really squat and short. But dude, have you guys ever tried that one, white crack?
No, that is one I've done. Sour crack, and believe it or not, I have a white chem like I was talking about. It's really rare, but the white crack is super rare too, man. That's Walter White crossed with sour crack.
Okay. Yeah, I just see. It's hard for me to remember the lineage and all, but yeah, no, that one hits you hard, man. Like I've said in the last show, I truly believe that autoflowers are way more medicinal than photos, just based on like the different cannabinoids in them. Like for medicine wise, like they hit God and they feel good. I've always loved that's a great strain, man. White crack. If you guys can get your hands on that, you guys listening out there, from a reputable seed bank that might have it, or somebody you may know, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's one that's going to be tough to find. Real tough. It's those are those older ones, man. Those older ones can be tough.
I always
tough
get
to get
leery,
your hands
like
on.
trading beans, like with people on the internet that like, yeah, like we're cool on the web, but like when I trade you this bean, like I know what it is. Like, are you really gonna give me what you're telling me? That's just always like in the back of my mind.
That's so sad.
No.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I understand that.
I have
it
trust
is something to be
issues.
concerned about, but
that's so funny you brought that. Listen, trust issues are just. I have trust issues across the spectrum in like the growing. In growing, just I don't trust Instagram pages that say they have seeds and what they claim they have. I don't trust Instagram, logo artists. I don't even trust like companies that claim they source their stuff from certain places. And like as I'm prepping now, as I'm going to be doing a little bit of expanding my horizons, doing some salt growing, right? Ooh, right, I know. I'm just going to try it. I want to do some
the autopots.
Haven't really decided yet. Haven't decided yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. See, the thing is, I want to go the full 9. Okay, like if I'm gonna do salts, I'm gonna use cocoa, and I'm gonna go the full 9. No half measures. Okay, I don't want to run like I already have these 4 photo periods that they've started off in living soil. So like they're already on day 40. So it's just like I feel like they'd probably just be better off being transplanted into a bigger pot of this living soil at this point. Yeah. But I really do want to try it. and I have to get cocoa in order to like really see the difference, you know? So that's I got to source some cocoa now, right? But we're speaking about trust issues. My trust issue comes from like as I got this brand new shiny what's it called? The Apera brand pH pen, right? Like it does 5 fucking things in one, and it actually will give you a hand job and sing the national anthem after it's done checking your pH.
What model did you get? Because mine doesn't do that.
It was like
Dude,
the
ripped
yeah, I don't know,
off.
the P60, P90, I don't know. Thing is badass, and it was like it costs a little bit of money on Amazon. So they banned Nightbot in the chat. That's funny.
That was me. I just did that.
Get the fuck out of here, Nightbot.
Yeah.
Get out.
I'm looking in the comments. Fucking Autopirate, dude. Shout out to Autopirate. He's a very active member on the Discord. We love him.
Always great.
He's like, dear Nightbot, eat a bag of dicks. I saw that. I was like, all right, let me try to
That's
fucking
too
disable
funny.
this thing. So
It's too funny.
I don't know what Nightbot is, but basically it was supposed to help us, like, you know, get our links out there and all that shit. So we'll get it straight next time, guys. We're learning on the fly. We're an audio podcast who's trying to do video, and it's one of those things that we just gotta learn on the fly. So bear with us. We appreciate your patience and your support. We love you all. Go fuck yourself.
We'll go fix his attitude. Don't worry.
What's that?
No.
Right, we're gonna fix that bot's attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So was I feel like I was kind of like halfway or 2/3 of the way through a story. I have no idea what I was talking about though. So you guys gotta anyone in the chat, any takers want to help me finish the story?
About cocoa and trust issues.
Cocoa. Yeah, but it was before that. Oh, the trust issues. Dude, I can't trust a pH pen to save my fucking life, okay? I can't. I just can't do it. I put it in the water, I stir it around, it gives me the little happy face on the screen, and then I'm just like, you know what? I gotta go get my drops because I don't believe this fucking digital device that's telling me what the pH is. I don't know why, but I calibrated the thing 2 days ago. I just have trust issues, man.
Well,
are they
do
reading
yourself
the same?
a favor. Are
the dots reading the same as?
Yeah. That's the first question.
So yes, they did. When so like I'm building trust. It takes a little time when you get a piece of new gear. You gotta give it a little time, man. You don't just trust gear right away. I mean, it's not just.
Listen,
it'd be crazy to do that, right?
I get it. No, you're 100% right. But let me help you.
Mm-hmm.
This is real simple. They come with calibration solutions. Fuck that. You're not gonna have enough. Buy like a $5-6 bottle or whatever it costs of calibration solution. Any number you want, doesn't matter. And you're not even gonna be using this to calibrate unless you want to. I mean, I do recommend picking up some 4 and 7 because you're gonna need it to calibrate. But just check it every now and then. You just dip it in the standard solution, and it will tell you the pH. And if it's really close to that standard, then you're good to go. I always do. I check mine all the time.
It's just like every single time I use it, I feel like something went wrong from the last time I touched it. That's how I feel. I'm just like, this is a sensitive piece of equipment. What if something went wrong? Like, what if?
And one thing, keep it moist.
You know, it just went haywire, like a HAL 9000 in you know. I'm sorry, Captain. We can't do that. I'm sorry, Captain. We're not allowed to tell you the pH of your reservoir today.
I'm a big fan of those Apera pens.
With the Aperas, make sure you change the batteries. I wouldn't say regularly, but pretty. I change mine after every grow just because I'm neurotic about it.
I'm really glad you said that, actually, because when mine was getting low, it was getting a bit wonky on me, and I thought it was broken. And I switched the batteries out, and it worked fine.
Did your battery meter say it was completely full still?
Yes.
There's a little battery. Mine did the same thing. It looked completely full, but when I switched the batteries out, it was totally off.
See, trust issues. Issues. Well, if you can't tell me the battery reading correctly, how the fuck can I trust the pH reading, huh? Please,
I get you,
please.
but unless you want a big ticket with a blue lab, a para is your best bang for your buck. I own
Mhm.
I wouldn't
multiple
even be
PH
able to
meters.
trust the blue lab. I'm just that's me. And I see people in the chat just like, yo, I'm rocking the fucking yellow Amazon stick, you know? Like
I'm
Ooh,
gonna tell you
those
one thing
things.
right now about those yellow Amazon meters, and this is gonna surprise people. They fucking work. And if you don't beat on them and you keep them calibrated, they work just fine.
You have to keep them
So,
calibrated though. They
yeah,
slip easier than the other ones do.
they do, but they're so easy to calibrate with a little screwdriver and the solution. I
Yeah.
actually have some. Like I throw them in my bag. Wait a minute, I have one right here.
oh, yep, that's an Amazon pH
That's
pen.
it.
They work.
There you go.
So, why don't you just throw it in the fucking garbage? No, I'm just playing. 'Cause, no, it'll eventually break on you. That's the thing. Like, you
Yep.
know, they
You
work
get what
for
you
a
pay
period
for.
of time, but
You get
like
what
you're
you pay
gonna
for.
have to buy a new one after.
I mean,
I
there's a
mean,
reason this one's sitting without the cover on, all dried out. Like, yeah, it's
He's dead.
gone. So, but yeah, you get what you pay for with those things.
well, it's me with all my gear, man. Not just pH pen. You know, like I remember talking about kind of the same thing, like with my tent when I was doing photo periods, or Admiral photo period was doing them. I can't trust that there's no light leaks and like it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Dude,
I think
it's
I,
easy.
I have like a troubled childhood or something.
So you want to talk about trust issues? I decided to get some fans for my greenhouse, and I don't know if you'll notice they're not AC Infinity. Wah, wah. I wanted to save a few bucks, and I went with these ones called Terra Bloom. I don't know if anybody's ever used them. I've seen some people have some
Oh.
decent results with them. The 8-inch fan was like a $130. It's not a smart fan; it just has a speed controller. I don't need smart function on this particular model. But yeah, I've called my buddy up like 5 times. Like, dude, those fans still working? Everything good? Fucking, because I don't. I saved a few bucks, but I don't necessarily trust them. So yeah, um, you know, fuck. You get what you pay for with anything, man. And
Yeah, you do.
I still gotta get a hold of AC Infinity and see if they can help me out with my 8-inch fan that I'm running on a smart controller.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
overall, I will say I've had very good luck with most of my AC Infinity equipment, and they were very kind and sent me out another model when I was having issues with said model, and unfortunately, it's doing the same exact thing as the last one.
Well,
I think it's the controller, man. I do. I think that new controller 69 is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Those things look sick. Like you can connect them to your phone. Um,
Yeah.
I,
I have one.
Master Yoda was showing me when I was at his house. It's pretty fucking cool. Like
Yeah.
all the data you can get on your phone. I'm all about that shit. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. I digress.
pretty sweet. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm gonna have to upgrade. I mean, the thing is, it controls up to like 4 pieces of gear, and it feels like it's a waste of money if you just have an exhaust fan. Yeah,
I would agree with that.
like it's
Well,
$80, $90, and it's like it does a whole lot more than just control a fucking exhaust fan. So like, if you're not running an AC Infinity light, an AC Infinity clippable tent fan, and you know, the whole, basically the whole bundle, then it's not worth it in my opinion.
can it
But it is
ping you if
cool.
something goes wrong? That app,
I'm not
feature?
sure if it like
Wait, say
goes
it. What
outside
was
the
the one?
parameters. Does it
Can it
have an
like yeah?
alarm?
Can it ping your phone if like parameters get out of whack?
Yeah. Yep.
Like
You get
like
notifications and you can set specific alarms for specific parameters and
and is
it'll
that
ping you.
through Wi-Fi or do you have to be like close to it?
So the um the one the 67 I think was
Mhm.
the Wi-Fi one, and that just worked in your house. So
Okay.
I could check my tent in the backyard.
Okay.
But the new one, the 69 I think is
Mhm.
it's
69, dude.
you can do it from anywhere.
Okay.
Or no, the first one was Bluetooth, and this one's the 69 is Wi-Fi.
I knew what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, because that's pretty fucking dope. I mean, I have to admit, I had all the sensors that I run ping me if something goes wrong. So I like that it's built into the fan controller. I might just honestly, like, I don't even want to bug them. They were really cool about sending me out another one. I think it's just a flaw in their 8-inch controllers. Not enough people buy their 8-inch fans to really experience it, because 99% of their fans, I guarantee you, are like the 4 and 6-inch ones. Like, most people just don't buy the 8s.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
You should still
anyway, yeah,
contact them. Their customer service is killer.
it really is. At the time, though, this was during COVID, and they didn't have a number to reach them anymore. It was like all their service, customer service, was being handled through web.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I'll have to see if they're. I mean, I would imagine they're back up and running, full strength. I could probably get
Yes.
somebody on the phone. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give them a call.
Oh, and my
So.
darlings, we have a discount code for AC
Oh,
Infinity.
shout it out. Let's hear it.
Yep. So if you want 10% off, it is cultivation. Just like
Wait,
that.
we do?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
We
Code
do?
cultivation, 10% off AC Infinity.
10% off
Well,
AC Infinity.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's
Easy.
awesome.
and while we're at it,
That's awesome.
code CC10. That's CC10 for 10% off your autopots.
That's
Yes, I am a
badass.
shill for autopots. You can make fun of me all you want, because I love
You know what I
them.
want to throw out there
They're great.
too? I got a really great coupon code that I want everyone to be aware of. It's on the Frass Valley website, which is where I get my insect frass, okay?
A bug
This is
poo.
a local dude that I've met in person. He lives somewhat close to where I'm at. Really good guy. And he breeds his own super worms, and he sells frass, man. He's, as craft as it gets, man. Get yourself some craft insect frass for your craft cannabis and go to frassvalley.com. And fuck, now it's CC10. If I'm not, it has to be CC10. I know. It was Captain Autoflower, I think. Now he changed it to CC10. So, yep.
We got confirmation.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, dude, and it's cheap already. It's cheap stuff already, but like
we're gonna have to do the challenge, man. I'm gonna send now. How much of that stuff do you use? Like with one use?
So I get like a 3-pound bag, and it lasts me through like 2 or 3 grows, dude. Like,
How
it's.
do you apply
I
it?
mean,
Are you using it as an amendment? Are you making teas?
I do everything with it. Honestly,
Okay,
I mix it in with my soil. I do top dresses. I make teas with it.
I guess the
It's
better
all
question I was
purpose,
trying to
man.
get to was, how much of it would you need from me of my frass to do a test against the Frass Valley, like you did with the PR? I want to see like a challenge.
It's tough. It's tough to like quantify that, though. You know what I mean? Like, I could
Is it?
grow just. You
Yeah,
know what I
because it
mean?
doesn't
Like,
froth up like Q-Yaha, so it's
yeah.
not like one of those things you could quantify without like growing it
The
out.
Q-Yaha challenge worked because it's a visual, like,
Yeah,
immediately, like, you
you're
see,
right.
well, like, this
Right.
one just doesn't fucking bubble. Like, what's going
Mm-mm.
on with that?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, I could
curious. Like
do.
we were talking about this, the stuff I scoped on Amazon. Let me see the fucking, if it has a brand or
Yeah, we could
whatever.
do like the Frass Fracas
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
the
It like had decent reviews. It was Armory listed. It seemed like decent shit. I don't know. Of course.
That's so, like, I was thinking about what we were talking about last show, like how I was skeptical of Build-A-Soil, and I thought like Amazon would give me the better product. Like, why the fuck would I think that, honestly? Like, I'm looking back at my mentality. Like, if any company is gonna rip me off, it's gonna be fucking Jeff Bezos and Amazon, right? Like, not Jeremy out there making his like cool YouTube Build-A-Soil videos. Like, really, like, it's gonna be the big monopolistic companies that rip you off, not the small guys. So, because I'm skeptic. Yeah, I know, but I should
Okay.
be more. That's what I'm saying. My skepticism was misplaced. I should be
Most
skeptical
growers
of
start
the
with
big
Amazon
companies.
stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, but fuck
like
Amazon.
when you amen, fuck Amazon. But like,
Everyone should
I still
stop
get stuff
using them.
from
Honestly,
Amazon.
no, it's like because
There's
we're
my
we're
choice.
hooked now. We're hooked. But like, I'm telling you, it's just
I
should
can't
stop.
tell by the picture. I think it's a company called On Frass. It's a 222, 100% organic insect frass. Blah 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 blah. But I got 2 pounds of it for $29. Is that a good deal?
Yeah, I think that's about what the 2 pound bag goes for. It might be a little cheaper on the Frass
Grass Valley
website,
and the
to be
code.
honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, if that's the
yeah,
case, then I'll just buy from a trusted
yeah.
source then. Yeah,
Mhm.
good to know.
Believe so, man.
Yeah. You got me onto the Frass. I mean, it made sense. I've used products with chitin before. I mean, and why not get it right
That
from the fucking
mechanism
source?
just blows my
Now,
mind.
here's a
Absolutely
cool
mind-blowing.
here's a cool thing. As I was talking to this guy who runs the company, Frass Valley, about the coupon code, I he
Shout
mentioned
out
that
to
he did.
Angel. Shout out to Angel, our newest Patreon supporter. Thanks, buddy. We
Oh yeah,
appreciate
thank
support.
you, thank you, thank you very much. So as I'm talking to the guy, he mentioned that he did a collaboration with SD Microbes out of San Diego.
Never
Pretty
heard of
well
them.
known company. They do forget their main product, but yeah, they're like a microbe manufacturer. They do a whole host of stuff, like recharge type stuff, fish shit type stuff, bottled microbes, right? We did a collaboration with them with an insect frass ferment that is supposed to be used in reservoirs and like hydroponic situations. Really fucking cool. You could
Okay.
also use it as a soil drench, but I believe the intent behind it was to, yeah, that's it. That's it, Mad Hatter. That's them. See if you can find that insect frass ferment. Pretty cool, that's in the organic world. That's like I've been seeing a lot of different companies that like they just take a lot of these organic inputs and they're fermenting them, um, putting them through some sort of additional organic process to make them like more plant available. So I imagine that this stuff, the ferment, is you're going to be able to use that as like a foliar spray immediately. Just pour it right out the bottle, dilute it a little bit, pour it on the plants, or spray it on the plants. Um, it's also going to be something you can put into a reservoir, and it'll work with any other nutrients. Um, won't clog your lines. It's just a liquid. It's not goopy. A lot of times, organic shit can be goopy. Yep, that's it
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Fermented plant
How much do you get
extract.
there for $40?
You get a half gal, I
Half
think it
gallon.
says on there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But like and that's expensive frass, you guys. I mean, if you just want the regular frass from Frass Valley, which
Yeah, but I would
if you
imagine that
have,
that's an extract, so it's like super concentrated, right?
yeah,
So it's
yeah, yeah,
probably a
for
good
sure.
value.
I bet it is. I bet it is, man. And if Matt Hatter, if you could bring up Frass Valley real quick too for me, that would be awesome. I want to show people this logo. It's like my favorite logo from any company. It's like a worm sitting on a toilet. It's exactly what it says it is. He's making
Whoa.
no qualms about it. Yeah, he's like a big outdoor grower too.
Is that
Um,
cannabis plant? I got sunglasses on. I'm really high.
I
I'm
think
not
that's a
sure if it
tomato plant.
was.
Tomato plant.
Yeah,
Okay.
Still,
looks like tomato.
There's a
still
fucking
tomato
way.
man. That's pretty
Yeah,
fucking badass for tomato plant. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
monster.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a really cool logo, cool company, and again, craft.
Supporting a little guy.
Yeah, craft inputs for your craft cannabis, man.
Oh, you
Makes
got me
nothing but
sold,
sense for
Captain.
me.
You got me sold.
So yeah, look at that fucking logo. How cool is that, man? A worm sitting on a toilet. Like I've been eyeing up that sweatshirt for a little bit. I know.
So I don't know much about frass, forgive me, because I'm not an organic grower. I just know its benefits and its uses. Is it primarily sourced from worms?
So there's a bunch of different insects you can get frass from.
Is there one that like most of them all use, or is it like when you get frass, could it be from a host of different insects?
I'm not sure if there's one that's like a go-to. I know this guy uses stuff called super worms, okay? And I know there's a different name for them, but it's slipping my mind. And there's also, I believe people use like the like a black soldier fly larva.
Yeah.
is another common insect you will see people get frass from, but it's not like any insect. Like really, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is in a way, but it's just certain insects are like more easily cultivated than others. So actually, on
Imagine
this,
some of them probably just benefit, perform better. That's the word I was looking for.
yeah, and they have like, their frass is better for the plants. I don't know, but
I want to be a
yeah.
frazzle.
It's-
Shout out to
no,
Autopot.
it's very easy to use. It's not a frazzle at all.
I said frasshole.
Oh, I thought you were talking like a
It's a
play
frazzle.
on a hassle. All right,
Well,
it was
that's a good one.
it was a
That's a good one too, though. I like where your head's
it was
at.
very easy, not much of a frazzle, but it's just cool shit, man. Really cool, like literal shit, and it's cheap, and you can use it in all sorts of different ways. So like, man, that's one thing I'll hang my hat on. I swear. And again, don't get it from Amazon, you guys. Don't be like Monster. But he didn't know any better, so you can't blame him. But
No, I just looked up fucking. I needed to get it here in a couple days, type of thing, and fucking they got me some. I mean, it's armory listed, so in my mind, it can't be that bad because I don't know if anybody knows what it takes to get armory listed. It's not fucking easy, so it's got to be semi legit. Um, but with that being said, you know the shit you're no pun intended talking
the
about
shit, the shit.
looks like a superior product, and I'm really game. I'm always trying. I mean,
Yeah, try it
hey,
out,
I,
man.
I I use Athena, but in the end, like if I could find something from a small batch company that worked just as good, I would use it. So
Hey,
uh,
I don't. It's not going to be like a whole nutrient program. I mean, it's a 2-2-2. Like, and
yeah,
I don't even know what rate you'd have to use it at to just use that as a fertilizer. Like,
I
I
bet you
imagine
could
you
make it
could,
work.
dude.
No, you can
Yeah,
make that work.
you
There are people
definitely
that,
could.
dude. There are still people to this day that use the blue 20-20-20 and grow cannabis with it. I know old timers that just like, nope, works for me. I'm not gonna switch. Like so. Yeah, you get a lot of old people stuck in their ways here in Massachusetts, especially like oh no, I only grow once a year in the outdoor, and that supplies me with all my medicine for the whole year, type of thing. Like, okay, bud, like
Wow.
cool. Yeah. So no, I mean, yeah, I imagine if you put your mind to it between making teas that would make it more available, and like maybe as like a amendment to the soil, I bet you could grow with just that. Be a good
Bet you could.
experiment.
I'll bet you. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Maybe I'll do that instead of running Athena. Well, no, it's I'm actually really interested to try the synthetics, man. I'm getting myself all hyped up for it. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna do Synganic, of course. I'm not following the fucking program.
No.
I don't trust the program as much as I don't trust Amazon, as much as I don't trust my pH pens or any girlfriend I ever had other than my wife.
Goodness.
I got
Maybe we
trust
should talk
issues,
about
guys. I told
therapy.
you. Told you.
It's all
I
right.
got
It's all right.
trust
So
issues.
I have shit. I don't really think I talked about much of what I got going on lately, but
Yeah, tell us.
so I spent a lot of time setting up that greenhouse. That was fun. I'm gonna go over a couple of things that I did. So there were some decisions I had to make, like executive decisions, and I wish I would have known more about this particular greenhouse before I ordered it. So we ordered it last year, like right after the summer ended, because we knew we wanted a bigger one. And if you know anything about Amazon, they change their prices based on seasons. Like if you buy a greenhouse at the end of summer, it's way cheaper than if you buy it fucking, you know, like right when the season starts, like when grow season starts. So buy it when nobody wants them, they're cheaper. Anyway, long story short, the one we had
Fucking
last year,
Amazon, man.
yeah.
Fucking Amazon.
Well, we are on, they own Twitch, so shout out to Amazon.
Oh, do they? Oh, well then I must bow humbly to our new overlords. I submit. I wish
So
you no harm. I
let
wish
me
you no harm.
The greenhouse we had last year was 20 by 10, but it was only 8 feet tall and it had a real sharp peak, so you really didn't even get that 8 feet the way it worked. This one's 20 by 10 and it's 10 feet tall and it's a much gradual peak, so we get more room. However, there's some major pitfalls to this greenhouse. It's built better. It's definitely a better quality than the last one. However, there's no screen doors. Like when you shut it, it's just vinyl. And it has like screen windows on the side, like the like a lot of them do. But there's no, like when I close the doors, that's it. Like, so normally what I did with the last one is I had a fan on each side, an intake and an exhaust to bring air in and out, make sure everything's moving. Well, I had to actually cut holes in my brand new greenhouse to make it happen this time around. So it was like, do I really want to do this? Yeah, I do. I kind of have to. So if you watch the Twitch video I posted, you'll see. I'll kind of go over it again. I'm going to be there tomorrow, so I might do another live. But basically, it was real simple. I took 2 pieces of plywood and I sandwiched them together and then cut the hole with a jigsaw, unsandwiched them, put one on the inside, one on the outside, re-sandwiched them, and mounted the fans. You know, cut a hole in the vinyl with a utility knife. But it was kind of like one of those things. It's like I just spent $300 in this fucking greenhouse, and now I'm cutting a hole in it. So yeah, had to make it done to make it happen to get it done.
Gotta make it work, man. Gotta make it work.
And all running on autopots, which is fucking awesome. I was kind of, I gotta be honest, even an autopot fan as myself would be super skeptical of running them outdoors. I just didn't think it would work. It works awesome. I did it last year and had some pretty good results. So I'm really looking forward to this run. It's full of honey bells crossed with Pure Michigan 2.0. So it's that nice 1-to-1 with the Pure Michigan. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what I got coming too. The photos and in the autopots and a couple 4 autos in the auto tent, man. And then I'm struggling with timing. I'm probably going to be popping a few more beans in the next week or two. Maybe 3, 4 more. I don't know. Maybe a couple more photos. Maybe they'll be the reg autos I just got in the mail to do a little bit of pollen chucking. I mean, it's something I've wanted to try.
In your autopots, let me ask you this. Now you've run photo periods in them and you've run autos in them. Do you have a preference, one versus the other in autopots? Do you think it lends itself better to one over the other?
Good question.
Is it exactly the same for both types of plants?
So one of the things that I ran into an issue with the autos was that I started them in the pots, like the auto pots, the XL 6.6 gallon plastic pots. And because they had like 4 weeks, 5 weeks of veg in those pots, that kind of used up a little bit more nutrients than I was expecting. With the time before that, when I did the photos, I transplanted into the auto pots around like week 5, week 6, and then flipped to flower right away, So I had a little bit more nutrition in my medium. I ran into a couple issues this run with the autos, but to actually answer your fucking question, I sound like a politician now, don't I? I'm like dancing around I think they are actually lend themselves to autos much better. I do. Just beside the name, autoflowers and autopots, autos is just kind of like a set it and forget it mentality. At least for me, they both worked fantastic. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I think I'm really just picking autos because
you're an autoflower guy.
Autoflowers and autopots.
Yeah, I mean, I've used them for both personally myself. My first runs with autopots were autoflowers. you go back to my page, you'll see I had a 10 by 10 full of double grapes that, I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
they were like 14, 15 ounce plants, every single one of them. They were fucking monsters. So that's when I fell in love with the fucking things. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is fucking great. Shout out to Jat, QB Gara on Instagram. He's actually the breeder of a lot of the stuff I run from Biff. And he kept drilling me. He's like, dude, you got to try these things. I was just so fucking skeptical. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, can it really be that simple?
It is. It is actually, and it's kind of like once I got my system set up and once I started to like understand how it all works, it's just kind of like it's almost like a wow, why didn't I think of this myself sort of thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it really
yeah,
is. Cuz it's
yeah.
like I was doing butt chugging and doing that by hand all before and it's just like, well, why not do it like this and use gravity? I mean, really, like you always say, the best part about autopots is that the plants are the boss, not you. You know, they determine how much they drink and how much they take up. And that has a lot to do with like your environmental conditions in the tent at the time, you know, transpiration, VPD, right? Those numbers. It has a lot to do with how much your plants are going to drink. And you can let them just drink as much as they need to. If your numbers are a little bit off, your VPD is really high and they're transpiring a lot, they're going to take up a lot more water. So you just can let them go. And like you've said too, Monster, they will take up way more water than you would ever give them by hand. It's like
Yeah.
way more.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah.
So you'll see.
I never really thought about it like that, but you kind of and it made me think like, yeah, because the plants are the boss, like they're not going to overwater themselves. They're not going to underwater themselves, and a lot of that is based on your environment. So if you're not completely dialed in, they can actually help you dial yourself in.
100%.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way, dude. That's actually shit. That's fucking
100%. I mean, because like if you had, hey, there you go, man. Right? I'm trying to connect the dots for all growers out there, man. New and seasoned growers out there, noobs as well as monster. Sometimes I can grab a little nugget
so Sky.
of,
I'll help you out, brother. You know I got you. He
but
he's asking if there's a cheaper way to automate watering, and of course there is. But everything has its pitfalls. There's pros versus cons.
there is, man. You
Um,
can go to like Lowe's and get just regular, garden drip system and put it on a timer, and
yeah,
I mean,
2-liter bottles cut in half.
yeah, there you go. 2 liter bottle cut in half, stuck upside down. You just let that shit drink,
he didn't even cut them.
My
No cut,
automated
nothing.
watering system.
He just filled them up and tipped them upside down. No cutting
So
up.
funny.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
so
unreal.
funny.
And this kid, like, I love him. He doesn't listen to my shows, but I don't feel bad saying this. He's not the smartest kid on the planet, but he's very creative, and he puts what limited brain power he has to good use.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
shout out to Jay.
Here's a little idea for all you guys out there that want to try. You want to try autopots. You hear us talking about them. They are a little pricey. Okay, like we're tent pirates, right? I get it. I get it. Not everyone has a chest full of plundered booty that they can just tap into at any point in time, right? So we you want to try them? Buy one aqua valve and a tray. Okay, like any size garden tray you want it, 2x4, 3x3. Don't even get a garden tray. Avoid the can attacks. Go to Lowe's and get a fucking washing machine tray,
Yeah.
right? For an appliance, and put that in your tent. Put a couple plants in them, as many as can fit in the tray, with one aqua valve connected to a line and even a homemade reservoir. I mean, a little 5-gallon bucket with like a spigot attached to it. A little ingenuity can go a long way. I mean, you can automate the feeding of 4 or 5 plants in a tray like that at once. Granted, they're all not gonna be able to drink on their own, but if you have like
Yeah, if
the
you're gonna
same
run that type of
strain,
system, clone, I would recommend,
yeah,
because then
clones,
they're gonna. But whatever, you can make it work with anything. I've
I,
seen people
I
do crazy
honestly,
shit.
I honestly think you could run like a bunch of different autos like that, and they'd be fine, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I feed most of the time when I'm feeding by hand too. I don't mix up like 3 different batches of nutrients.
No.
Fuck no. Like I feed them all the same anyway, and it's just you're automating that process. So
Yeah.
flood a tray with an aqua valve and let them drink it. Let them suck it right up the butt.
They'll love it, and you will too.
It's you will. It's a really cool system, man. Like shout out to Autopot out there. Shout out to Autopot
CC 10% off
for sure.
every time you order, not just once.
For sure. And yeah, check out the newest product they got is the Airbase, which I got to make a post about. I don't know. I'm excited to use it. I mean, I'll be honest, man. I'm not that excited to use it. It's a piece of fucking plastic you put at the bottom of my pot. It's like it's not, it's cool, but it's like
the concept of it's really cool.
It's cool. I mean, it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna actually connect. I never thought.
Hey guys, we're here today talking about the Airbase. Really excited. This amazing new No, that's not how we do shit, guys. Not how we do shit.
At least you don't have to wash any perlite.
No,
Amen.
Stick in the bottom.
Yeah, I got a love-hate relationship with perlite. It works so good, but it's so messy and dusty.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal.
Yeah, they Max in the chat saying he has the air domes, okay, which is a little bit of a confusing, right? Little confusing. Okay, they have 2 products. One's the air base, one's the air dome. They work together, but you don't have to use them in combination.
Nope, you can use either one of them by themselves.
Correct. And I have never used the air dome myself. It is I mean, how do I put this? It's basically like it provides oxygen to your roots.
You connect it to a standard aquarium air pump that you'd see in hydroponics, and it's basically supplying air to the root zone. I've never used them myself. I'm fascinated by them. I have a grow that the Pure Michigan grow, that space there that's just harvested. When I repot, I am going to be using those along with the air. Jesus Christ,
Base.
the air
I know,
base.
that's why we're doing it. It's confusing. It's confusing.
And the air domes. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they work. Now, I was
right.
told to shut the pump off when the lights go off. So I'd run the pump on the same timer as the lights.
Interesting. Wait, shut the pump off for the air dome when the lights go off?
Correct. That's what I was told for best results.
That's interesting. I wonder if that has to do with like.
I think he mentioned something about like the root zone getting too cold or something. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't remember. But I mean, obviously they did a lot of R&D before they released it, and I'm sure that's probably what they found worked best was to turn the pump off when the lights go off. So yeah, I actually am looking forward to using them because I want to see if I get different results. Because people always, that's the number one question I get, dude. Like when in regards
about
to
the air dome.
Do you use the air domes and do you use the air bases and are they worth it? And I always have to answer honestly, no, I don't use them, and no, I'm not sure if they're worth it because I've never used them.
Yeah,
I just use the autopots. So
in
I'm
all
gonna give
honesty,
them a shot and see how they work.
It seems to me like an extra variable that you're throwing in your tent.
Yeah, I don't see it that way. Because it's like one of those things that if it, like, let's say the air pump dies, like, oh, well, I'm just going to grow my autopots the way I've always grown them.
Well, is that what happens? Or is it like...
No, I can't see it. Like I refer to like CO2 as like one of those things you don't want to run out of.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. That's what made me think of it.
Plants can get really angry if you're supplementing CO2 and then all of a sudden you're not. They don't like that.
but not
But
with oxygen to the root
I
zone
I don't
because
I don't see that. No, I mean I could be wrong. Like I've never done it, so I'm
Mad
just
Hatter in
speculating.
the chat raises a good point that microbes would love the oxygen in the rhizosphere down in your root zone. Um,
Makes
just
sense.
like you oxygenate a microbe tea, I suppose, if you provide oxygen to the root zone,
Here's why it makes sense to me,
microbial
especially in cocoa.
populations.
Like if I was running hydroponics, which I have before, you want an air bubbler in each pot, right? You want air movement. Cocoa is a form of hydroponics, and if you're gonna, I mean, it makes sense to me. It's like one of those things like I probably should have just used all along. Um, so I don't know. It makes a lot of sense to me. Whether or not it's gonna make a fucking difference, I don't know. Like, I'm not telling you
Yeah.
guys to go out and buy them, like, right now. Wait till I run the results and let you know. I will say this, I had I'm looking more forward to the air bases themselves because I don't for the last I don't know how many grows. I don't put anything at the bottom of my pots anymore other than the cocoa perlite mix I use, the 70/30 mix. And 99% of the time it would be fine, but every now and then I'd have like one plant that didn't really like that. Like, it just didn't even if they're all clones, there's just one of them like something just went wrong in the root zone there, like it just didn't like it. So, that is going to eliminate that variable for me, which didn't
I've
pop
seen
up
a
often.
that is a thing that I have seen with using autopots. I'll be honest with you. Like there's plants that just don't like having wet feet all the time,
Yeah.
for a lack of better way to put it. Like, and that's very individualistic, based on plants. And there'll just be like one out of the six in my tent that like just seems to be a little less enthusiastic than the others
Mhm.
about the situation. And it's like they're never like too bad about it. But what I will do with those plants is, I mean, sometimes I just turn the system off for a day or two, just to let the dry back take place a little bit more than it does when you just have the system on all the time. You know what I mean? There is a dry back that takes place. I understand, like it drinks the water that's in the tray and then it releases more. But it's like it's not that much of a dry back. And sometimes I feel like you benefit from having a little bit more of that dry back in certain phases.
Certainly.
So I'll turn off the system for 2 days. Just get that less enthusiastic girl back up to speed. And then you notice, like, yeah, when you do that, they perk up. Some plants just
Hmm.
don't like having wet feet.
How
Yeah,
often do you
no.
feel like you do that during a grow?
I did it with the autos this last round because it was the juicy fruit haze that really did not like, it seemed, having a constant supply of water. And that's all I was using it for, was water. Again, like I didn't put any nutrients in the reservoir. So I think I did it like 3 times over the course of the grow. One right at the end of veg, one halfway through flower, and then right towards the end too, like just to kind of speed up the senescence a little bit. It's you know,
Yeah, when we had Manny on, I do that myself. I shut off the system every
Yeah.
now and then. So for lack of a better term, it's crop steering.
yeah, I
Um,
was just gonna say it's
uh,
my version of crop steering. That's
yeah,
literally it.
so but basically like 99% of crop steering is all dry backs. It's like, that's it. So like I kind of found through my trials and errors that, some dry backs late in flower really help put on the frost. So, yeah, I mean,
How often do you
it's
do it during a grow?
I
Honestly,
might do it like twice.
twice.
Like a heavy like 1 day dry back. Plus,
Mm.
the day before I feed organics, like with my secondary res, like the night before I'll turn it off. But I don't count that as like an extended dry back. That's just like I want the pots to be empty to receive what I'm about to give
Mm.
them. So, um, That's it.
That makes sense.
It's not something, you know, like do it twice over the course of a grow. Just, you know, end of veg, halfway through flower. Easy. Just right around the times you do like your defoliation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Play around with it. We're getting a
Can't
little
wait.
late on time, guys.
We are.
I'm seeing in the chat time flies, doesn't it? I know when you get wrapped up in these conversations, man.
Like
You
I was
know,
saying,
Yeah.
dude, we were talking before the show, like, hey, any ideas on topics? I'm not worried about it. We'll figure it
I
out.
know.
We always
I know.
do.
Like, sometimes I worry about it. I do because, like, I don't know. It's my nature, I guess. But like, I'll be honest with all you guys. Like, we very rarely have ever had like a planned show at all. So I don't know if you thought we did. I hate to break it to you. We're not planners.
No.
I doubt
no.
anybody is
Planners.
surprised.
We'll have a couple things in mind that we might want to bring up, but yeah, it's like shit. I can't actually remember the last time I was like, hey, what are we talking about tonight?
I know.
It just
It just
that's what
flows, man.
that's what
That's the
makes the
nature
show
Yeah.
of it,
great,
and that's
man.
what makes it
Yeah.
good because it's just from the heart, and we're being real and talking about what we have personally and what we've experienced, and it's a good time. Yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight on a Friday, a little chill sesh.
Yeah.
Um,
This was a last minute
yeah,
thing. We didn't have a lot
it
of
was good.
notice,
No,
but yeah,
we got
appreciate it.
all the like the real OG fans out there in the chat, all you
Mhm.
guys. So shout
Thank
out
you
to
so much, guys.
Mac Attack, my buddy,
Mhm.
long time, Auto Pirate, James, WK12,
The
Reverend
Rev.
Pirate Frog,
Rev, of course, Reverend Pirate Frog. He's always out there, man.
Green
Good guys.
Essentials.
Green
Yep.
Essentials. I don't know what other names I've seen. All you guys. Thank you for joining us. So Sky High, he's out there.
Yep.
Charles Budkowski. Thank you. Thank you all. So, yeah, hit us up on the Discord. We'll talk to you guys in a few more days.
Mhm.
Anything else you guys want to throw out there before we sign
Nope.
off?
Thanks for watching. Hit us.
Yeah.
You can go to our website, cultivationconversation.com. We have merch. You can look at the
Yeah,
Patreon
updated the
products we
captain
use.
shirt. I know it was we were slacking on merch. So the new captain shirt has the brand new high def logo, new colors, fucking tank tops for the summer. Check it
And
out.
we don't have them on the store. However, if you want Cultivation Conversation
Oh,
fitted flex fit hats, let me
shit.
know. I will. They have to be made to order, so it's like a 10-day shipping time business, and they're $40. Let me know.
I have one. Very high quality. Very good merchandise right there. And final thought for the night, guys. Don't get caught.
Don't get caught. We love you all. Thanks for watching.
Adios.